Speaking Volumes by Gordon Griffin. Narrated by Gordon Griffin. Introduction. The envelope looked very official. Too official. It could only be some sort of bill, or bad news. I put it on my desk and ignored it. A couple of days later I picked it up and stared at it. I made myself an espresso and said, "This is ridiculous. By not opening it, I'm putting off any bad news that it might contain." I took a swig of coffee and opened it. I read the first sentence, once, twice, and then let out a yell. My partner, who was in the other room, dashed in to see if I was okay. Was I having a heart attack? I handed the letter over. "Does it say what I think it says? I'm not going mad, am I?" The letter was from the Cabinet Office and was asking if I'd accept an MBE in the upcoming Queen's Birthday Honours List. The letter was very formal and made it quite clear that the contents were top secret. I wasn't to tell anyone until the day before it was officially announced. How had this happened? How had a fishmonger's son, growing up in the northeast in the 1950s, been offered such an honour? I knew it was because of my having recorded so many audiobooks, at that point over 750, and this was my reward. But how had that little Geordie lad become the person who had recorded more audiobooks than anyone else in Europe? How did I get to this point? From Biker to Buckingham Palace. This is the story of that journey. Part 1. Getting There. Chapter 1. The teacher, Miss Karen I think her name was standing in for the regular teacher who was on maternity leave. She was discussing what we would like to do when we leave school. This was a secondary modern school. Although I was well above average at English, I was hopeless at maths, and to pass the 11+, you needed to be at least average at both. I failed. I was pretty bright, and my teachers at junior school had great expectations, but I had been told very early on in my school life that I was useless at maths, and it was true that when I saw a batch of numbers, my brain went blank. Miss Karen asked each of us in turn what we'd like to do when we left school. The girls wanted to be hairdressers or secretaries, the boys bricklayers or carpenters. She came to me. "And Gordon, what would you like to be?"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?